All right, first step on your drawer bodies, if you're going to do a hidden bottom, a recessed bottom, you're going to need to cut a little rabbet out on the bottom edge of your drawers so that your 1/4-inch plywood can go up into it and you won't see the side of the plywood. It'll just be a finished plywood edge on this side, and then the bottom, the plywood will sit in flush. I'll show you here in a minute what I'm talking about. All right, safety first. It's going to be loud. Got to turn on dust collection and saws and vacuums and cameras and separators. Here we go. And put on some dust protection. Leading cause of cancer in cabinet makers, I believe, is dust-related cancers. One quick note, if you're using a saw stop table saw, you're going to want to set your saw into bypass mode so it doesn't automatically trigger the blade killer. Because there's a little aluminum sheet down here on the bottom that if that contacts the blade, it will kill your saw cartridge and you'll be replacing the cartridge and the blade. So, if it touches that, you don't want to discharge your saw, but it's also going to make it where if your finger touches your blade, it's not going to care about that either. So be careful. Safety first. Enter into bypass mode. That is really all there is to cutting the rabbet out. I started with the blade almost touching my fence. If you've got a non-conductive fence, by all means let the blade touch it. That'll keep the edge a little bit cleaner. Anyway, that's all you're doing though. You're just cutting out where the bottom of the drawer will sit in, and then you glue it and staple it. You're going to do that for all 4 sides of the box of your drawer. All right, let's get the sides put together, and then we can mount the bottom. I'm just going to set it in here to kind of get things lined up. Good to me. Using 1.5-inch staples on the sides and 1-inch staples on the bottom. Make sure to clean up your squeeze out. Get rid of that. Okay. always better to put a little bit more glue than you think you need on these. You can always clean up the squeeze out, but if you don't get enough, it'll never stick together. The nails, staples, just hold it together for the glue to dry. The glue is where most of the strength is going to come from. Boy, this is not an OSHA approved video. You should not be shooting that close to your fingers. Sometimes these nails don't go straight. They'll hit something hard in the wood and they'll deviate their path a little bit and end up in your finger. Bit more glue on that one. There we go. Get everything lined up. Fingers out of the way. I know at least a couple of you are probably waiting for that staple to come through and blood to be flying. Maybe you'll get lucky, we'll see. Still got a few more staples to shoot. I'm not sure why this glue is so much runnier today than normal, but it sure is. Must be one that I added water to. Okay. Get her lined up. I'm going to have to trim this bottom just a little bit to make it fit. Yep, it's just a tad over. I'm going to trim that. I'll be right back. All right, I need to trim off about 1/16 of an inch on the bottom, but we are good to go. It is a good idea. Always cut your boards just a tiny bit bigger than you think they're going to need to be. A lot easier to take off a 1/16 than it is to add. Alright. Make that a little bit prettier over here. Okay. Have no idea what my wife is going to stuff in this drawer. I want to make sure I got plenty of glue. Get my 1-inch staples in there. These nail guns, if you're able to see it, get it to focus, have a little bitty nub on the tip there. And that is used to set it over the side of the box and line up your staples. Works perfect with 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch to get the staples exactly where they need to be. hope these aren't blowing through the inside. Got an itching suspicion that they are. Oh, nope, not yet. None blowing through yet. I like to put the staples about every 3 or 4 inches. Ooh, that blew through. That one was a slip. DeWalt hammer. That's really about all there is to it. I'm going to put a couple extra just for good measure. Okay. Here she is. Managed to get one to blow through. Okay. Clean up your squeeze out. You can use a wet rag or your finger. Watch out for splinters. Going to take a router around it, round the edges down, and get some white paint on here, and we'll be good to go. Thank you for watching. If it was at all helpful, please drop us a like and subscribe. We would appreciate it. It does help our channel, and I apologize if that camera was out of focus that whole time, it looks like. All right, thank you.